If your steering wheel is stiff or you notice black fluid leaking, then you could have a bad power steering rack. Hi, I'm Barbara Terry with AutoMD. The power steering system assists you when steering your steering wheel. They do wear out over time and should be replaced when necessary. Parts and tools needed. For this project, you will need the following parts: replacement power steering rack, power steering fluid, cotter pins, possible replacement steering pump, power steering lines. You will also need the following tools: tire iron with breaker bar, torque wrench, 3/8" drive ratchet, set of sockets, set of flare nut wrenches, flathead screwdriver, fluid evacuator, and oil drain pan. Your own vehicle's components and parts may differ, so always refer to your vehicle's owner's manual for details. For your safety, we recommend wearing safety glasses, latex gloves, and closed-toed shoes when working on your vehicle. Park your vehicle on a level surface. This will ensure your car will not roll or lean when lifting it with a jack. The use of an aftermarket jack can work much quicker than a manufacturer's. Secure the vehicle with jack stands on both sides for safety before starting any work on the underside of your vehicle. Open the hood and locate the vehicle's power steering fluid reservoir. Remove power steering fluid from the power steering reservoir using a fluid evacuator. Next, remove the outer tie rod end, cotter pins, and discard. Always install new cotter pins. Loosen the outer tie rod end castle nut. Using a tie rod end removal tool, separate the outer tie rod end from the steering knuckle. If you do not have the tool, apply upward pressure on the tie rod end and tap the knuckle at the mount with a hammer. Next, secure the steering wheel in a straightforward position. Disconnect the steering column from the power steering rack. If the wheel is allowed to spin freely while detached, it can damage other components in the steering column. Remove the power steering lines from the power steering rack. Remove the mounting bolts to the power steering rack. Then, remove the power steering rack. Reverse removal procedures to install the new power steering rack. Refill the power steering fluid reservoir. Start the vehicle briefly and shut it off. Inspect power steering fluid level and fill if necessary. Start the vehicle and turn the steering wheel from lock to lock. Finally, check power steering level and top off power steering fluid reservoir as needed. Vehicle will need to be aligned after a new power steering rack is installed. If vehicle is driven without being aligned, it can cause damage and premature wear to the vehicle's tires. On behalf of AutoMD, I'm Barbara Terry on how to replace a power steering rack.